Can we start now? I think we can start now, right? Can everyone hear my voice clearly? Maybe some checks. I think we can. All right, thank you. All right, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum and good morning, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Thank you all for finding and lending your time to join today's webinar session. My name is Nur Aisha Zulaika and I am a Queen's Guide candidate 2022. For my Girl Guide 3 months community service project, my team, Organic Life, had prepared various activities in order for us to spread an awareness about using an organic and natural products are much more safer than using products that contains chemical ingredients. And today is the first webinar session activity that we're doing, which that means there will be a lot more activities waiting for you. Before we start our session, I will quickly go through some points to note so we all will have a seamless webinar experience. In order not to disturb the course of the webinar, please mute your mic. You will be given a Q&A session after the chemist has done presenting, and you can communicate through the chat box or unmute your mics and shoot out your question. Please use proper language and nice words when you are asking questions. Finally, at the end of the webinar, we will give you a link through the chat box and please fill in as we need the proof of your attendance in today's webinar session. Now, without further ado, let's begin our first webinar session. I will invite our chemist, Mistress Alia Abdul Ghani, as the presenter for today's webinar session titled Hello Cosmetic World. Please, Mistress Alia, the Zoom hall is yours.
Okay, thank you, Zulaika. Assalamualaikum, everyone. Good morning. Happy Sunday. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, very clearly.
Awesome. Okay, thank you so much, Zulaika, for inviting me today. My name is Alia, and I'm a chemist, and I'll be sharing with you guys a little bit about the world of cosmetics. So this is not a lecture. You're not in a lecture room. I won't be giving any lecture. It's just a sharing session. So if you have any question that you would like to ask, please do so. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen. Give me a moment. There you go. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Yes, awesome. Okay, so a little bit about myself before I start. My name is Alia. I'm a chemistry graduate from local university, University Malaya, and I was a cosmetic chemist for an international brand for quite some time. And then throughout the years, after I stopped working for the brand, I attended various classes, seminars, and also workshops on herbs, on essential oils, and also on formulation. And last year, in the midst of pandemic, I finally have the courage to start my own cosmetic brand under the name Asal. And right now, as I am juggling between my own cosmetic brand, I am also working as head of R&D for a local brand. These talk will be in two languages. I hope you guys don't mind. It will be in English and also in Malay. The slides that I have prepared is in Malay. So throughout the session, I will mix a little bit of both languages. I hope you guys don't mind, okay? Okay. Yeah. Can you guys hear me? Is that okay?
Yes.
Okay. So let's start the sharing session. Yeah. Okay. So let's start off with the basic. Since we're talking about cosmetic, so let's start off with basic. What is cosmetic? Usually when people come to me and talk about cosmetic, or when I ask people this kind of question, the first thing that they pop up, the answer would be um, eyeshadow or lipstick or mascara, which is not wrong. Okay, that is a branch of cosmetic. Itu adalah salah satu cabang bidang kosmetik. Kosmetik ni sebenarnya lagi luas. Dia punya definisi kosmetik lagi luas. Dia bukannya sahaja sekadar lipstick ataupun eyeshadow. Ya, dalam bidang dalam dunia formulasi kita kategorikan itu sebagai color cosmetic. So when we're talking about eyeshadow and lipstick and all that, it falls under the category of color cosmetic, because cosmetic itself is very wide. So let's take a look at what is the definition of cosmetic. So kosmetik ni adalah satu produk penjagaan. Maksudnya penjagaan apa? Penjagaan kulit. Penjagaan kulit ni maksudnya dia boleh jadi sabun, dia boleh jadi lotion yang kita pakai setiap hari. Itu adalah salah satu cabang produk kosmetik. Dan cabang lain adalah bibir, produk penjagaan bibir. Bibir ni maksudnya yang kita apply lah, sama ada it can be lip balm ataupun lipstick, itu pun termasuk dalam produk kosmetik. Mulut ni apa? Apakah bahan-bahan kosmetik yang digunakan untuk mulut? Kita punya ubat gigi. Ramai yang tak tahu ubat gigi itu sebenarnya adalah salah satu produk kosmetik. So ubat gigi ataupun macam yang kita kumur kan, itu pun termasuk dalam cabang produk kosmetik. Produk-produk penjagaan rambut, daripada shampoo kepada minyak rambut kepada pomade, itu semua pun bawah kategori produk penjagaan kosmetik. Seterusnya adalah produk yang digunakan untuk kuku. Macam orang pergi selalu manicure, pedicure, apa-apa saja bahan yang mereka gunakan untuk kuku tu juga termasuk di bawah kategori kosmetik. Dan yang akhir sekali adalah bahagian luaran genital manusia. Okey, apa-apa sahaja bahan pencuci wanita itu pun termasuk di bawah kategori produk kosmetik. Tapi dia bukan itu sahaja. Produk kosmetik ni tujuan dia mestilah merangkumi ke-6 yang berada di slide ni. Maknanya ianya perlulah bertujuan untuk mewangikan, contoh macam perfume ataupun sabun badan, mengubah penampilan ni bukan bermaksud macam kita buat botox ke kita buat apa-apa suntikan yang plastik surgery itu, bukan. Mengubah penampilan ni maksudnya dari segi color kosmetik lah. Kalau sebelum ni muka kita kusam, then we put a little bit of lipstick, then itu dah mengubahkan penampilan kita. Okay, untuk membersih, sabun lah kan, dan mengekalkan dalam keadaan baik. Ini adalah satu perkara yang ramai orang tak tahu sebenarnya. Apabila kosmetik itu berjaya mengekalkan kondisi kulit kita dalam keadaan baik, maka ianya sudah capai tujuan kosmetik itu juga. Selalunya orang akan ingat, kalau pakai produk kosmetik ni mesti kena hilang kena berubah, kena ubah 100%, ataupun muka daripada usia 40 tahun punya muka tiba-tiba kena muka macam 15 tahun. Benda tu semua tak masuk akal. So selagi mana ianya berjaya untuk mengekalkan kesihatan kulit kita pada peringkat umur kita, maka ianya masih lagi mencapai matlamat kosmetik itu dibuat, produk itu dibuat, selagi mana dia mengekalkan dalam keadaan baik. Okay, seterusnya melindungi. Melindungi ni lebih kepada macam sunscreen kan, nak lindung daripada sinaran UV, ataupun melindungi dari segi pakai lotion, nak tak nak kulit kita kering, itu pun kategori melindungi juga. Ataupun untuk dan juga untuk menghilangkan bau badan, macam deodoran lah. Okay, so ini yang dimaksudkan sebenarnya dengan kosmetik, bukanlah semata-mata eyeshadow, mascara tu semua. Produk-produk yang kita nampak di pasaran kebanyakannya ada jatuh di bawah kategori kosmetik, walaupun ianya bukanlah eyeshadow dan mascara. Jadi kalau kita nampak sesetengah produk tu menjual, diorang jual kosmetik kan, tapi tak ada pun kita nampak dia jual eyeshadow ke, tak nampak pun dia jual lipstick ke, tapi dia jual bahan-bahan lain, macam dia jual bath bomb ke, ataupun dia jual lotion. Walaupun dia tak ada color kosmetik, ianya masih lagi dalam bidang kosmetik. Okay. So ini adalah takrifan kosmetik lah secara generalnya. Okay, produk penjagaan diri untuk kulit, bibir, mulut, rambut, kuku dan bahagian luar genital manusia. Tujuannya mesti jatuh di bawah 6 tujuan ini sahaja. Maksudnya takrifan kosmetik ni dia tidak boleh membuat takrifan yang melangkaui ke 6 takrifan ni. Sebab contoh macam dia cakap, oh boleh pakailah balm ni, boleh merawat eczema. Itu dah salah. Itu tak boleh. Produk yang merawat bukan di bawah kategori kosmetik. Dan mana-mana produk kosmetik juga tidak boleh membuat claim sebegitu. You can't sell cosmetic by making medical claims. Itu sangatlah salah secara profesionalnya lah. Jadi kalau macam jumpa produk tu dia cakap, oh balm ni boleh merawat eczema ataupun benda ni boleh merawat penyakit psoriasis, apa-apa penyakit, ataupun you pakai minyak urut ni boleh merawat segala sendi-sendi yang dah keras tu semua, tak boleh. Jadi kosmetik ni tujuannya bukan untuk merawat. If you see someone making such claim, it's unethical lah, especially in the cosmetic world. We are not allowed to make medical claim. Okay. So disebabkan kosmetik ni dunia dia sangat luas dan setiap negara dia ada syarat-syarat yang berbeza. Setiap negara dia ada, jadi disebabkan ada syarat-syarat berbeza tu, setiap negara dia ada badan-badan yang mengawal selia kosmetik ni. Macam dekat Malaysia, kita ada NPRA. Mana-mana sahaja produk kosmetik perlulah berdaftar dengan NPRA yang dikawal selia oleh KKM. Kalau macam di Amerika Syarikat, mereka ada FDA, okay, Food and Drugs Administration. Macam Australia pun dia ada cabang dia sendiri, iaitu NICNAS. Jadi setiap negara mempunyai regulasi yang berbeza. Jadi kalau kita nak formulatekan produk di negara Malaysia, katakanlah kita nak pasarkan ke luar negara, kita nak pasarkan ke UK contoh, maka kita perlu mengikut undang-undang yang telah ditetapkan oleh negara tersebut. Sebab setiap negara tu berbeza, dia punya concern dia berbeza, syarat-syarat dia pun berbeza. So whatever that we want to formulate, whether it's whether to export it or we want to import it, so we need to abide by the local authorities, and these are the local authorities for some of the countries. Okay, now let's go to the exciting part. Cosmetic, bebas bahan kimia. Siapa kat sini setuju dengan statement tu? If someone goes to you and say, try my product, you know, it's free of chemicals, you boleh terima tak? What do you think of that statement? Bila orang datang dan tunjukkan satu produk yang ia adalah bebas bahan kimia. This happens a lot, and you know there's no right or wrong. Cuma benda ni kita perlu ubah secara perlahan-lahan pemahaman manusia, pemahaman orang ramai mengenai bebas bahan kimia. Because this happens in Malaysia, this happens in other countries too, even in first world country pun berlaku juga perkara ni. So when we're talking about bebas bahan kimia, that satu produk tu dia cakap dia bebas bahan kimia or chemical free products. Technically it's questionable. Macam mana you boleh buat satu produk yang bebas bahan kimia when chemistry is life? Itu yang ramai orang mungkin cara sebab terlalu banyak brand yang push out cara diorang sampaikan itu tidak berapa tepat. Everything that you touch, everything that you see, everything that you cannot see is chemistry. So when you talk about chemical free products, it's non-existent. Sebab sedangkan udara yang kita udara yang kita bernafas ni pun adalah partikel-partikel kimia, terdiri pada bahan-bahan kimia. Jadi untuk menghasilkan satu produk yang tidak mengandungi bahan kimia adalah satu perkara yang tak boleh dibuat. Okay, this I hope lepas ni dalam banyak-banyak benda yang saya akan kongsi, saya harap anda semua boleh bawa balik satu perkara ni yang saya rasa slowly I would like to change people's mindset on what is, you know, chemical free products. The best way to categorize it or to say it is non-toxic chemical. Sebab bahan kimia ni kategori dia adalah toxic dan juga tidak toxic. So when you want to convey, I do understand bila orang cakap mereka cuba sampaikan, but the right way to say it, the best way actually to say it is a non-toxic chemical new product instead of chemical free product, because that is just impossible. Even the water that we drink are made out of the chemical compounds. Okay, so dalam dunia kosmetik ni kita ada dua cabang. Satu cabang natural, satu lagi cabang sintetik. There is tak ada salah satu cabang yang lagi bagus ataupun lagi teruk di antara kedua-dua cabang. And I will share with you guys why. Okay, at first we do need to understand when we're talking about natural cosmetic product, what does it mean? What does natural means? Okay, natural, it means mineral, something that when we use mineral or plant-based products or renewable resources products, those falls under natural category. Okay, and when we're talking about synthetic chemicals, are any chemical compounds or any ingredients that has been made in lab. Ahli-ahli scientists merujuk, okay, they will always refer to the natural compound to be able to create a synthetic version of it. So these are the ingredients that is made in lab. Okay, it does not naturally exist. Semuanya chemical compound tu mereka tiru apa yang berada di alam semula jadi, apa yang berada pada tumbuhan tu. So that chemical compound mereka tiru dan menghasilkannya di dalam makmal. Okay, so under natural cosmetic, there is no specific law, there is no specific definition that make a product natural. Maksudnya, kalau kita nak buat produk kita itu natural, kita tidak ada mana-mana badan-badan kerajaan ataupun bukan kerajaan, mana-mana organisasi yang kita perlu berdaftar untuk bagi tahu, untuk validkan benda tu adalah natural. Tak ada. It's open to interpretation and there is no specific rules or regulation that we need to abide to. Okay, for synthetic, unlike synthetic, you don't really, when you market your product, you don't really say, oh, it's a synthetic cosmetic. You don't really say that, but they do regulate the synthetic ingredients. Maknanya setiap satu bahan-bahan tu, terutama sekali bahan-bahan yang penuh dengan kontroversi ya, kita perlu mengikut syarat yang telah ditetapkan. Maksudnya you tak boleh simply letak berapa banyak yang you nak letak. I will share with you guys the controversial ingredients that we're going to see, that we have been seeing and we have been using in our daily lives. Okay, so there is actually a lot. There's a lot of controversial ingredients in cosmetic, but I'm not going to touch on everything. Okay, I'm just going to touch on the most controversial and something yang selalu kita akan nampak. Satunya adalah paraben, kedua sulfate, dan yang ketiga formaldehyde. Ini adalah ketiga-tiga bahan di antara banyak-banyak bahan tu, ketiga-tiga ni lah yang selalu kita nampak produk-produk selalu jenama-jenama selalu tekankan. Maksudnya produk kami bebas paraben, produk kami bebas sulfate, produk kami bebas formaldehyde. So these are very famous ingredients that people are scared of and are trying to avoid. And this does not just happen in Malaysia, it happens throughout the world. Everywhere in the country, when you see a natural product come out, they will always stress on no paraben, no SLS, no fragrance, no formaldehyde. So these are the three things that I will share with you guys today. So in order, I do hope that dengan perkongsian saya pada hari ini, lepas ni mungkin kita lebih ambil tahu dan boleh tengok dengan apa bahan-bahan yang kita gunakan. Sebenarnya dalam produk yang kita gunakan seharian tu, apa bahan-bahan yang terdapat dalam produk tu. Okay, so let's go to the first one, paraben. Okay, yang ni yang paling famous lah, dan isu ni bukan isu baru. Benda ni dah berlaku berpuluh tahun. Dan kajian terhadap paraben tak pernah berhenti. Sehingga ke hari ini masih banyak lagi ahli-ahli saintis, ahli-ahli kimia yang masih terus membuat kajian mengenai paraben. Sama ada efek dia ke atas kulit manusia, sama ada berapa banyak peratusan yang dibenarkan, adakah benar ianya berkait rapat dengan kanser. Jadi kajian ini tidak pernah berhenti. Okay, paraben ni apa? I do hope you guys can see the chemical compound. This is the chemical compound of paraben. This is what paraben looks like. Okay, so I'm not going to go into details on the chemistry side of it, but sorry. But just to share with you guys that this is how paraben looks like. So you have a benzene, and you have this is the R group. You can see here, OCH3. This is the R group that will determine what kind of paraben that the product is using. You can see here, over here, this is R. Okay, R ni berbeza mengikut bilangan karbon yang ada dekat situ lah. Because paraben ni dia ada banyak jenis. Okay, so it's not just paraben. There's methyl paraben, there's propyl paraben, there's butyl paraben, and each product, they will not just use one type of paraben. They will not just use, they will always combine it with with other stuff. Okay, so paraben ni adalah apa? Dia adalah bahan kimia sintetik. Okay, it's synthetic chemicals that is made in lab. What is it for? It's a preservative. Sebenarnya dia adalah bahan pengawet. What does a preservative do? It helps, it hinders dia untuk memastikan produk itu masih elok digunakan. Okay, jadi kita letak preservative, kita letak bahan pengawet untuk memastikan tak ada bakteria, tak ada apa-apa mikroorganisma, tak ada apa-apa fungi or yeast that grows. Because we need to understand, in cosmetic, okay, it always involves two major ingredients. One is water-based, the other one is oil-based. And we all know that water is life. Everything yang ada air akan ada kehidupan di dalam air itu. So there are microorganisms that exist in water. When we're formulating for cosmetic or any other brand or any other product yang menggunakan air, we are responsible. It is our responsibility to make sure that there is no bacteria growth, there is no microorganism growth in the presence of water. Bila ada campuran bahan, bila ada campuran minyak dan juga air itu, maka kita wajib menggunakan bahan pengawet untuk pastikan ianya tak rosak lah. So paraben is a preservative, and it's a very good preservative, by the way. It makes sure that there is no growth in microorganism, there's no growth in yeast and also bacteria. And this is how we determine the shelf life of a product. Maknanya dekat setiap produk yang kita beli, pihak jenama wajib meletakkan jangka hayat sesuatu produk tu. Sama ada ianya bertahan selama 6 bulan, 12 bulan, 24 bulan, mereka wajib letakkan di situ untuk kita tahu. Okay, so inilah kerja preservative. Then this is what paraben does. It prolong the shelf life of a product. Okay, so if it's necessary, it's necessary. You need to put preservative, especially when you're formulating with water. Wajib, you have to put preservative. So if it's wajib, then kenapa? Apa masalah paraben ni? Kenapa semua orang takut dengan paraben? Kenapa banyak jenama dekat luar sana bila nak buat produk, diorang tak nak guna paraben? Kenapa ada movement sampai ban paraben ni, tak nak pakai, tak boleh pakai langsung? Okay, so I'm going to share a little bit with you guys on why people in general, people are trying to dismiss paraben, tak nak guna langsung. Tapi sebelum tu, paraben ni kita boleh jumpa dekat mana? Kita boleh jumpa dekat produk-produk yang kita pakai setiap hari. Dekat lotion, dekat shampoo, dekat bahan pencuci, dekat scrub. Mana-mana produk yang mengandungi air, water content, okay, sesuatu jenama itu boleh memilih untuk menggunakan paraben. Okay, so paraben ni apa yang membuatkan semua orang sampai ada movement untuk tidak menggunakan paraben langsung? It's because it disrupt the endocrine system in your body. Endocrine system ni apa? Endocrine system ni adalah sistem yang menghasilkan hormon ductless. How do I say? It's a ductless system that produce or regulates hormone. Okay, dan paraben ni dia ada keupayaan, dia mampu diserap oleh kita punya kulit, darah dan sistem pencernaan, our digestive system. It can go as deep as that. Okay, dan this creates a problem. Why? Because paraben can actually mimic our hormones. Paraben punya chemical compound, dia boleh meniru hormon wanita, estrogen. So what happens when there's excessive estrogen in your body, there is a tendency for a cell cancer to develop. So benda itu yang menakutkan orang ramai mengenai paraben, because its ability to not just penetrate your skin and go deep into your blood system and your digestive system, but its ability to mimic hormone. So for untuk perempuan, dia boleh mimik hormon perempuan, dan yang menjadi kerisauan untuk jadi kanser. And paraben is not only a threat to human, it is also a threat to the environment. This is a different side of it that not a lot of people usually talks about. So what happens is when paraben exists in your, let's say, shampoo, okay? So you wash your hair with the product that contains paraben. It goes down in the drain, and when it goes down in the drain, kita semua tahu dekat dalam sistem pengairan tu ada macam-macam benda dekat dalam tu, okay? So it consists of many chemical compounds in there. So paraben has the ability to react with whatever chemical compound that exists in the sistem pembentukan lah, in the water punya system tu kan. So if it reacts with chlorine, it can create a byproduct that is harmful to the environment. And there are studies that shows bila diorang buat postmortem, bila diorang bedah haiwan the sea creatures kan, dolphin, whales, they found a trace of paraben in these animals. And you know, which is weird sebab benda tu tak sepatutnya berlaku. You know, sebab yelah binatang-binatang laut ni, haiwan laut, diorang pakai ke shampoo yang ada paraben? Takkan. So they are supposed to be free from paraben. How is it possible for scientists to found a trace of paraben in all these animals? So when they trace back, so this comes from our cosmetic products. Okay, so it's not just harmful. It doesn't just pose a threat to humans' health, but it is also harmful to the environment sebab ianya tak dilupuskan, dan it is also a threat to the ecosystem, to the animals. Okay, so sebab itulah munculnya grup-grup yang tak nak guna paraben langsung. And because of this controversial issue, there are certain countries in the EU, in the European Union, that has banned paraben completely in their cosmetic product. If you ask me about Malaysia, kita tidak mengharamkan penggunaan paraben lagi. Produk di Malaysia masih tidak mengharamkan penggunaan paraben. Kita masih boleh gunakan, tapi kita of course there's a limit, ada peratusan yang dibenarkan. Tapi sekiranya kita mengeluarkan produk dengan ada paraben sebagai preservatif, tak ada siapa-siapa yang akan saman kita. Okay, so it is still not, we are not in the phase of regulating to that extent where we ban paraben completely. Unlike Denmark, they have banned parabens, specifically propylparaben and butylparaben in the children's punya product. Sebab kita tak nak kerisauan oleh kerajaan Denmark adalah paraben ini diserap melalui kulit dan juga darah dan mimic our hormone punya compound, then this can affect the growth rate of children. So Denmark has completely banned propylparaben and also butylparaben in the children's product. Okay, so I'll share with you guys what are the names that you can look out for if you don't want your product, if you don't want to use paraben in your product. Okay, it's ethylparaben, methylparaben, butylparaben, and propylparaben. These are the 4 famous paraben that have been used widely to preserve the cosmetic product. Okay, I am not here to create fear in all of you. I tak nak nanti kalau semua orang macam dalam stigma ditakut-takutkan. No, I am not to instill fear. I don't like fear mongering people. What I would highly suggest is for you to read more. Baca lagi banyak, tanya lagi orang-orang yang pakar untuk produk-produk yang anda gunakan seharian. Saya tak nak menakut-nakutkan anda tanpa sebab. But these are the studies that has been done and these are the concerns that has been raised. And this does not just happen in Malaysia, it happens throughout the world, everywhere. Setiap negara tu memang ada satu kumpulan yang sangat berhati-hati dan memang tak nak menggunakan produk yang menggunakan paraben. Jadi kalau kita tak nak pakai paraben, sedangkan preservative ni wajib. You have to put preservative in your cosmetic product. But we have an alternative to it. That's why you can see there's a lot of product out there that is paraben free. Mereka tidak lagi menggunakan paraben sebagai bahan pengawet kerana ada alternatif. Ada bahan-bahan lain yang kita boleh gunakan sebagai bahan pengawet. So you don't have to depend on paraben anymore. What are the alternatives ingredient? We have essential oils, which has been proven time and time again that it has the ability not just to menyekat pertumbuhan bakteria, tapi ia juga mampu menyekat pertumbuhan fungi and yeast. And we have herbs that have the chemical compounds that are able to do as what paraben is doing to the cosmetic product, as in mampu menyekat pertumbuhan bakteria ini tanpa memberi impak yang negatif kepada badan manusia. We have the alternative that is less harmful or not harmful at all when it comes to preservative. That's why you will see a lot of brands start to come out with no paraben products because we have found the alternative to it. And these are the alternative that does not harm the human's health and it does not harm the ecosystem as well. And other than that, we also have sodium benzoate, which is 100% natural, plant derived. And you can find sodium benzoate in your salad, in your jam. That is how safe it is because it's something that you eat. Yet it has the ability to preserve the product. Okay, so that is the story about paraben and why why there are a lot of people who refuse to use product that contains paraben and why there are a lot of brands out there are looking into alternatives of preservative instead of sticking to paraben. Okay, so the next one that I will share with you guys is SLS. Okay, this one is very famous, especially to those who have sensitive skin. You have skin condition like eczema, cirrhosis. If you go to dermatologists, they would advise you to find product that does not contain SLS, sodium lauryl sulfate. So what is this SLS and why there are doctors who are recommending their patients not to find a product that does not contain SLS? So as you can see here, this is the chemical compound of SLS. You can see the long chain here. That's the carbon chain. Okay. So this is what SLS looks like. So SLS ni apa sebenarnya? Kenapa orang yang berkulit sensitif, kenapa para doktor mengsyorkan kepada orang yang berkulit sensitif ataupun mereka yang mengalami kondisi kulit seperti eczema, psoriasis untuk mengelakkan produk yang mengandungi SLS. So SLS ni adalah surfactant. Okay, surfactant ni pula kerja dia adalah untuk mengurangkan tegangan antara air dan minyak. It reduce the surface tension between water and oil, because we all know that water and oil doesn't mix. It will not mix. No matter what, you can't put water and oil together and mix it. So you need an intermediate agent to mix these two together. So SLS, it's not just a surfactant, it is also a cleaning agent and a foaming agent. Jadi benda ni memang banyak. SLS memang banyak sampai ke hari ini memang kebanyakan produk menggunakan SLS sebagai ejen pembersih lah. Yang kalau kita tengok kita mandi kan, banyak sangat itu. So there is a tendency that they use SLS. Sebab SLS ni kalau bab buih memang dia champion. So produk-produk kosmetik macam if you go to bath bomb kan, you nampak buih macam tu kan, ataupun bubble bar semua tu, mereka menggunakan SLS for that satisfying bubbles. Yeah, it creates a very very beautiful leather sebab memang buih yang sangat mewah. Okay, so kita boleh jumpa dekat macam saya katakan tadi, dekat shampoo ataupun bahan pencuci, bukan sahaja kosmetik. Malah bahan pencuci macam sabun basuh pinggan, sabun basuh baju, kebanyakannya mengandungi SLS. Sebab itulah mereka yang bekerja di dapur yang cuci pinggan ke apa ke, throughout time tangan mereka akan mula kering sebab mereka selalu main dengan bahan cuci sabun cuci pinggan tu kan. So it has the tendency to dry your skin. Okay, so apa benda mengenai SLS ni? What is it about SLS that people are trying to avoid in general? Even those that does not have sensitive skin, they will try to avoid. Okay, SLS ni disebabkan kebolehan dia dan kehebatan dia dalam mencuci. You know, it lowers down the surface tension. Dia boleh kuasa dia mencuci tu sangat-sangatlah bagus. Memang boleh bersih berkilat-kilat lah. Itu semua kerja SLS. And because it's very powerful cleaning agent, it somehow melemahkan sistem pertahanan kulit. Okay? Sebab kulit kita ni memang Tuhan dah jadikan dia ada lapisan di mana untuk mengawal, untuk menjaga supaya apa-apa saja di bawah kulit, sama ada kita punya bahagian daging ke, kita punya bahagian urat, semua tu, kita ada satu lapisan, iaitu lapisan kulit yang menjaga bahagian-bahagian dalam. So, what SLS does in a long run, tak adalah you pakai hari ni terus jadi macam tu, tak. Okay, in a long run, with an consistent exposure of using SLS, it has that tendency to disrupt or destroy your skin barrier. Okay, so because when your skin barrier are disrupted, telah diganggu, it can create irritation. It leads to irritation. So it started with excessive use of product that contains SLS that disrupt the skin barrier, and because of that, your skin will start to irritate. And when your skin start to irritate, your skin actually, kita punya kulit ni semua memang Tuhan jadikan dia, we have that natural oils on our skin. Okay, kita ada minyak yang semula jadi yang memang ada dekat atas permukaan kulit kita ni. Jadi because SLS ni dia sangat power, dia tak kenal dah mana satu minyak yang kotor, mana satu kotoran, mana satu minyak yang semula jadi yang memang dah ada dekat kulit yang perlu dan wajib ada untuk kesihatan kulit tu. Dia tahu dia bersihkan semua aja. So dia buang segala kotoran tu, dia buang sekali dengan natural oil that exists on our skin. Okay? So that's why a lot of doctors would recommend people who have skin condition to avoid products that contains SLS, because you already have sensitive skin. We need to treat that. And then on top of that, if you wear products that disrupt your skin barrier, it can turn to worse lah. Okay, and macam macam mana juga dari segi paraben tadi, ia mengganggu gugat kesihatan manusia dan somehow affected the ecosystem and the animals. The same thing goes to SLS. Tapi dia berbeza sikit daripada paraben. Pemprosesan SLS ni, it's a bit worrying. Okay, so SLS are derived from petroleum that can cause health issues to those who are in factory that makes SLS. So mereka yang bekerja di kilang-kilang yang membuat raw material macam ni, mereka setiap hari terdedah dengan bahayanya proses untuk menghasilkan SLS ni. So it has been reported cases where people who has been working in the factory that produces such ingredients, their health start to deteriorate. Okay, because they are exposed to it on daily basis. Dan SLS ni, dia tak boleh. You cannot release SLS in its truest form, in its original form, to the main water source. Sebab ianya berbahaya kepada alam sekitar. It can harm the ecosystem, it can harm the fish. Jadi kalau tapi dalam produk ianya tidak sangat membahaya, because when you formulated it, you are pairing SLS with other chemical compounds, with other ingredients, so it is not as harmful as it is in its truest form. Maksudnya kalau kita beli selalunya SLS ni yang ada mungkin dalam bentuk powder lah, dalam bentuk powder. So kalau bentuk powder ni kita buang terus ke dalam sink ke apa ke, ianya merosakkan, boleh memberi bahaya, boleh berbahaya kepada kehidupan laut. So you should not release SLS in a truest form in your drainage, dekat dalam sink ke apa, jangan, sebab ianya berbahaya kepada alam sekitar. Okay. So sodium lauryl sulfate ni, SLS ni boleh digunakan. Like I said, there's no country that has banned the usage of SLS at all. Everywhere, all the country, kat mana-mana pun memang tak ada penghalangan lah, kita boleh gunakan. Tapi we have percentage that we need to abide to. So that is the technical part of cosmetic world. Every single ingredients that we use, we have a specific range of percentage that we are allowed to use. Kita tak boleh nak suka-suka hati sebabkan kita nak buih yang banyak, kan? Terus saya nak letak 90% SLS, tak boleh. Terus saya nak letak 10%, tak boleh. We have a maximum percentage of SLS that is permitted to use, that will not cause so much harm lah, yang tidak terlalu teruk kepada kulit. So for SLS, boleh digunakan tapi dengan peratusan kurang daripada 2% saja maksimum. So out of 100%, 2%, you are only allowed to use 2% of SLS. Usually, orang pun takkan letak 2% lah. They will go for 1%, 1.5% macam tu. And alternative to SLS dah ada. Terlalu banyak. We have it in nature. We have it in true nature form. We also have in yang dah diproses. Terlalu banyak, sebab tu ada banyak produk yang tak pakai SLS lah. Sebab tu doktor-doktor boleh recommendkan kepada pesakit untuk mencari produk yang tidak mengandungi SLS. So antara alternatif yang kita ada adalah SLSA. Bunyi nak dekat sama kan? Dia ada 3 benda yang selalu nak dekat sama. SLS, SLES, SLSA. So yang selalu doktor suruh avoid adalah SLS dan juga SLES. So these two are the ones that if you have sensitive skin, try to avoid these 2 ingredients, SLS and also SLES. So SLSA is the one that boleh guna untuk pengganti sebagai alternative to SLS. Okay, so if you look at your ingredients, it's stated that SLSA boleh guna, sodium glycinate boleh, glucoside. These are the alternative to SLS that can give that satisfying feeling of sabun dengan ada buih. Okay, kalau tak tu pun kita ada pokok-pokok yang macam orang dulu, tak adalah diorang pakai SLS, SLSA. So what they did was, they used satu soap nut. Soap nut gives you a very good bubble, boleh bagi you buih lah, soap nut. Dan satu lagi akasinto. And another one that has a very good cleansing properties adalah fenugreek, halber, yang mak-mak kita guna untuk masak. Halber is a very good, has a very good cleaning properties. So these are the natural benda yang kita boleh jumpa untuk gunakan, yang boleh digunakan. Satu, soap nut, mungkin tak ramai yang ada boleh jumpa soap nut dan juga akasinto, but we have halber, okay, fenugreek that you can use as a cleaning agent. So those are two controversial ingredients, paraben and also SLS. So the next one is formaldehyde. So this is the chemical compound of formaldehyde. It looks very simple. Macam tadi tu ada banyak ring, ada banyak chain, but formaldehyde very simple, straightforward kind of chemical ingredients. So it's a synthetic chemical ingredients that is used for sama juga as a preservative. Dia adalah preservative. Dan juga if you are the kind of person who likes to do your nails, kan, you suka pakai Q-tags, or you go to to do your manicure, to do your pedicure, so you can find formaldehyde in all those products. Okay, there are some yang tak ada, but generally formaldehyde exists in the product yang untuk penjagaan kuku lah. Okay, pengilat kuku, yes, Q-tags. So, and also for those who like to straighten your hair, kan, produk yang luruskan rambut tu, it contains formaldehyde as well. So it can be found in shampoo, in your nail polish, in your hair products, ataupun dalam sabun baby. So you can, that's where you can find formaldehyde. Formaldehyde ni, dia punya kontroversi dia, mengapa ianya menjadi satu kontroversi yang menjadikan orang takut nak guna formaldehyde adalah kerana salah satu badan kanser, International Agency for Research on Cancer, they categorize formaldehyde as human carcinogen. So it's harmful to human and it can cause cancer. And it has been banned in many countries in EU. There's a lot of countries under the European Union that does not allow the usage of formaldehyde anymore in the products. And even if, okay, countries like Malaysia pun kita tak ada sekatan, countries like the States, America, they allow the use of formaldehyde. But like I said, everything has its limits. So for formaldehyde, you can't use more than 5%. Macam SLS tadi, dia bagi sampai 2% sahaja. Macam formaldehyde, you tak boleh lebih daripada 5%. So masih ada negara yang bagi penggunaan formaldehyde, tapi ada beberapa negara di EU yang tidak membenarkan penggunaan formaldehyde sama sekali. Okay. So what does formaldehyde does to your body? It can cause cancer when you inhale it. So dia dalam bentuk gas. Dalam bentuk gas, bila kita bau, ianya boleh mengganggu sistem dalam badan kita. Okay, so that's why produk-produk yang macam spray lah, selalunya dalam bentuk spray macam hair spray itu semua, when you use it on a daily basis, hairspray that contains formaldehyde, it can be very dangerous because the accumulation of it in your body, not because you, bukan kebanyakan produk-produk ni semua, bahan-bahan ni semua, bukannya anda pakai sekali terus jadi macam tu, no. It doesn't happen that way. It's the accumulative amount that stays in your body that is worrying. And that's why, you know, research, that's why all of these ingredients that I just mentioned, there's always an ongoing research to it. Because we do not know the percentage that is, berapa banyak yang dah ada dekat dalam badan kita. So that is worrying lah. So formaldehyde ni, macam ni kita nak tahu produk tu ada formaldehyde ke tak, dia tak akan tulis formaldehyde terus. Okay, dia macam ni, dia berselindung di bawah nama benda-benda lain. Macam formaldehyde ni sebenarnya when you make perfume, mereka ada menggunakan formaldehyde tapi they don't register it as formaldehyde. Dekat ingredients dekat belakang tu, dekat perfume tu, diorang takkan tulis formaldehyde. It falls under fragrance sahaja. So when making the fragrance, they put formaldehyde in it. That's why it's very difficult for us to detect formaldehyde, product that contains formaldehyde, because it does not register as it is. The name that is shown in the product are not that straightforward formaldehyde, unlike paraben and also SLS. Itu senang kita nak detect, but formaldehyde usually macam dalam perfume, it falls under the fragrance too. So diorang tak perlu nak declare pun mereka menggunakan formaldehyde. Okay, so formaldehyde are released. Macam ni kita nak tahu kalau kita nampak ingredients DM hydantoin ni, formaldehyde release daripada tu. Maknanya dalam tu ada formaldehyde. Dia tak register as formaldehyde itself. So these are the ingredients that if you can see here that has formaldehyde in it. And of course, there's also there's alternative to formaldehyde. You know, we have Optifin Plus and we have phenoxyethanol. So these are the these are the ingredients that can substitute formaldehyde. Okay. So that's generally, I can't go through every single ingredients with you. I wish I can do so, but there's just a lot of ingredients out there that we need to be aware of in order for us to know what we put on our body, because these are something that we use every single day. You know, you pakai dalam ubat gigi, you pakai dalam cuci muka you satu hari berapa kali? Paling kurang pun orang akan cuci muka satu kali. Kalau you jenis yang suka cuci muka, you akan cuci sampai 5-6 kali, mandi banyak kali. So these are the products that we use on daily basis. On daily basis at amount yang kadang-kadang banyak. So what the concern has always been the accumulative amount that enters in our body that stays in there. So it's not something that you pakai satu hari esok terus nampak side effect tu, not necessary that. It can happen that way, but kebanyakannya tak terjadi macam tu lah. So these are the concerns that we have. Do we have an alternative to it? Yes, we do. So look out, you need to understand your skin, you need to understand what you put in order for you to find the alternative to whatever products that you have concern on. Okay, so that's basically a little bit banyak rasa that I shared today. I do hope everybody faham. I didn't go too fast. If you guys have any question, please do so. You can ask. Okay, I'm just gonna stop sharing the screen for a while. So if you guys have any question, you can shoot away. Okay.
For those that have questions, you can type in the chat box or just unmute your mics.
I have one. Okay, I can see here. From Safia, boleh ke kanak-kanak pakai kosmetik dewasa? Sebenarnya tak berapa disarankan. I know that sometimes, you know, there's no option ataupun kids being kids, they would love to use whatever mommies are using. So they would definitely take apa saja yang ibu bapa pakai. But I would not recommend for you to use, for children to use adults product, mainly because children are still in a development growth. Okay, you punya kulit pun masih lagi sedang membesar. So you never know what are the things that you are allergic to. Mungkin sebab kadang-kadang apa yang diformulasikan untuk orang dewasa, peratusannya agak berbeza. Okay, when we formulate it for baby's product, you know, we put a very mild percentage of each ingredient to make sure that ianya tidak macam SLS tadi lah, tidak menghakis you know, your natural oil that exists on your skin. So the one that we formulated for adults can be too aggressive for babies, you know. Tengok kepada keadaan kulit kanak-kanak tu jugalah, but generally I would not recommend. Selalu parent makeup untuk persembahan. Betul. I feel like I think I have daughter and she loves to put on makeup too. But like I say, because makeup color cosmetic macam apa lipstick, okay, it contains plumbum. It contains that can be sebenarnya tak berapa bagus untuk diri kita lah, especially because you apply it on your lips. Okay, and it's not just an issue for the children, it's also issue for an adult. So ada terlalu banyak produk lipstick yang mengandungi plumbum. Dan benda tu, like I said, these are ongoing research, these are ongoing debates. You have alternative to it, there's a lot of alternative to it. But there are also, because the alternative tu kecil, susah sikit nak dapat. It's not something that you can masuk any drugstore that you can find the alternative to the color cosmetic that is safe for children. So you have to dig deep lah kot. Look out for the small, look out for products yang, you know, that is more natural in terms of cosmetic. Yang selalu mereka akan avoid lah using the lipstick yang ada plumbum tu. How about lip gloss? It's lip gloss is the same thing. You can at the end of the day, it is always back to your skin, because my skin is not necessarily same as your skin, and the age difference, our lifestyle are different. So if you are the kind of person who have concern, you tak nak pakai the whatever that is on the counter, there is an alternative to it. For lip gloss, for lipstick, there is a natural approach to it compared to whatever that is sell at the drugstore. Can whiteheads and blackheads remove? Whiteheads and blackheads, kalau cosmetic product, sama ada ianya boleh hilang, dia boleh hilang time tu, lepas tu dia akan datang balik. That because whitehead and blackheads, I'm not a dermatologist, but I think whitehead and blackhead ni adalah something yang boleh berkait rapat dengan you punya pemakanan juga. So cosmetic product, kalau you pakai, dia tak boleh hilang completely. Ataupun you pakai hari ni, hilang, kejap lagi hilang, tapi esok lusa mungkin dia ada balik. So cosmetic product yang boleh menghilangkan whitehead and blackheads hanya temporary saja. You do need to see a dermatologist, you do need to go undergo certain procedure under the aesthetic clinics to be able to remove it. Next one, how to tell teenagers, young adults nowadays, that whitening product is not as safe as they think it is. I think this is the responsibility of not just the parents, but most importantly the society. What you see on the television, and this does not just happen dekat dalam Malaysia. You'll be surprised if you pergi negara-negara luar pun, you know, diorang nak putih, negara-negara Asia lah, janganlah cakap negara-negara Eropah tu diorang tak nak lah produk putih kan. But I think this responsibility falls not just on the parents but the society at large. So everybody needs to play their role, their part in, you know, start educating people, start educating our youngsters about loving your skin, your skin tone. So sebab benda tu tak cukup, tak seragam kalau parents saja yang buat apa ni, yang mendidik. Tapi okay, parents mendidik tapi tiba-tiba orang terdekat pakai, kan, you tengok cousin you pakai. So you know, benda tu dah kontra. And then you tengok dekat TV pun banyak jual produk untuk putih. And then you know, the side, you as a parent itself pun, you know, your surrounding does not support what you believe in. So it's kind of a huge challenge, I must say, to tell your children that, you know, produk-produk whitening ni sebenarnya tak bagus. Number one, we need to educate our children to love you know, what God has given us, our skin tone. Number two, maybe can expose to them on the danger of the whitening product tu. Apakah bahan di dalam whitening product tu yang boleh merosakkan kulit dalam jangka masa yang panjang. Okay. Macam next one, macam mana yang kena dengan budak-budak macam 11 tahun? Sorry, tak faham. What do you mean by that? Fakira, sorry. Macam ni yang kena dengan budak-budak. Lotion for sunblock. Kalau ada jerawat, macam mana nak hilangkan? Apa cara terbaik? Jerawat ni, dia part of it is hormone. I mean, like I was at a phase where I don't have any pimples when I was in a secondary school, but after that, when I entered university, macam jerawat tu macam berpesta pula kat muka. Dia macam lepas geram tak keluar sama hari ni. So part of it is hormone. Okay, the imbalance in your hormone can also be a cause of pimples. And kalau benda tu disebabkan oleh produk, it's easier to tell. Sebab bila you pakai, you know, or you do a patch test, bila you pakai, your skin will react to it. You know, because it's not something, because benda tu kulit you tak ngam lah, kulit you tak suka, so dia akan buat perangai. Bila you akan react to it, then you know it's because of the product. But if it's because of the hormone, it's something that you have to control from within. You know, your eating habits, your sleeping habits, how many liters of water you drink in a day. So it can be from inside. Kalau kalau you nak hilangkan on topical, then you need to understand you punya kulit you jugalah. What skin type are you? Are you a dry skin? Are you someone that have pimples but you have dry skin, dry and dehydrated skin? Or you have oily skin? Or you have combination skin? Because I can't recommend, I can't tell you one product, okay, try me. Because there's no one product that does wonders to every single human being's skin. So I will always advise for you to know your skin, then only you can curate your skincare ikut you punya kulit. So tak adil untuk saya katakan, oh you pakailah contoh brand XXY ni, dia boleh hilangkan jerawat. Mungkin dia hilangkan jerawat tapi dia tak menghilangkan jerawat you. So understand your skin and its needs first before you know, go into the products. Kena dengan budak-budak. Oh, jenis produk yang kena dengan budak-budak, you tengok the concern of the kids. Is it because adakah budak-budak tu macam 11 tahun dah ada jerawat, and then from there also you can tengoklah jerawat macam mana. Apa jenis jerawat pun ada banyak jenis juga. Dan setiap jenis jerawat tu pun ada cara-cara yang berbeza juga untuk kita tackle. So like I said, I can't recommend a specific product because kita kena tahu kulit jenis apa.
Mrs. Alia, there's one more question. Dia direct message to me. Her question is, bagaimana kita boleh tahu peratusan sesuatu bahan tu sesuai? That's the question.
Peratusan bahan tu sesuai maksudnya untuk kulit kita.
Yeah.
In formality, in cosmetic, okay, the percentage of each ingredients is the secret. Itu sebenarnya rahsia setiap brand. What we can do, you know, what we have to do, what we must do as a chemist, kita kena declare bahan apa yang kita gunakan. That's why when you buy a skincare product or any product, you know, any cosmetic product, at the packaging, kita orang wajib, it is compulsory for us to disclose, to tell everyone every single ingredients that we use. Tapi berapakah peratusan tu kita tak dedahkan lah, because itu adalah rahsia syarikat lah. That's what makes the formula works. So kalau semua orang tahu berapa peratusan tu, nanti you know, semua orang akan hasilkan produk yang sama. So the percentage of each ingredients are the secret. That is where the secret lies in the formula. But what we use is not a secret, but there is a trick for you to know peratusan mana yang paling tinggi, peratusan mana yang paling rendah. So dekat ingredient list, I don't have any, wait, let's see. Okay, I have a product here. I don't know if you can see. Okay, kat sini ada produk dan kat sini dia ada tulis ingredient dia tau. So dekat produk ni, ingredient yang paling atas adalah yang paling banyak peratusannya dalam produk tu. You might not know exactly how many percent that we use, but you can roughly tengok lah. Okay, the highest percentage of ingredients would always be on the first. Memang itu syarat dia. Syarat pendaftaran cosmetic product, when we list down the ingredients, we have to put in ascending of descending order. Maksudnya dari peratusan besar ke peratusan yang paling kecil. So kalau yang peratusan besar tu macam kat sini, peratusan paling besar, nombor satu dia, ingredient nombor satu dia adalah aqua, water. So itulah ingredient yang paling banyak. Yang paling sikit sekali dia letak kat bawah ni. Wait, I can't see. Yeah, sorry. Linolol, is it? Oh, sorry, cannot see. So whatever ingredients yang dekat last sekali tu, itulah yang paling sikit sekali. So daripada besar ke kecil. So but you might not know exactly how many percent, but you can roughly guess.
So next question, how about eye bag? Can it remove without using something? Just like sleep early and drink plain water.
Oh, eye bag. Without using. Boleh, I rasa. I think all that relates to lifestyle. It's your lifestyle, and then bila you jaga penjagaan kulit you tu pun it's part of lifestyle juga. You know, kalau you nak manja-manjakan kulit, you can always massage your face, or you put macam, you know, put something yang boleh sejukkan bahagian mata you. That's why people put cucumber, people put tea bags and all on your eyes. So it is possible, tapi apa-apa produk pun, natural ke synthetic ke, you nak tahu dia berkesan ataupun tidak, you have to be consistent. Dia tak ada produk you pakai hari ni, esok terus jadi tu macam, kalau ada produk tu wujud ya, you pakai hari ni, esok terus hilang, I jadi takut dengan produk tu. Because we don't know berapa banyak peratusan yang dia letak dalam tu. So it is questionable, dia boleh jadi berbahaya juga. You know, that product might, you know, letak peratusan tu lebih, macam saya cakapkan tadi kan, setiap satu produk tu, as a chemist kita ada guideline yang kita boleh letak. You can't go beyond that percentage, it can cause harm to people. But ada je, banyak, there's a lot of products that go beyond that. So sebab tu lah you dapat that very fast result. So that's very worrying lah. It's consistency. So you jaga something that it's a habit lah you buat setiap hari.
So next is macam mana nak tahu kulit kita jenis macam mana? Macam mana nak tahu kulit kita kena dengan jenis produk yang macam mana?
That's a very good question. Okay. What you can do, you boleh pergi, okay, I list down the option daripada yang paling mahal kepada murah. Number one, you can always go to the dermatologist lah, ataupun mana-mana skin aesthetic punya klinik, and then you get your skin check. Okay, kat situ there's a lot of tests that they can do, not just to identify what category your skin is, they can also tell you what you're allergic to. They can do allergic tests and everything. So you can go to clinic to get your skin tested. And number two, okay, these are the drugstores. Sebut je lah Aeon Wellness, dia ada buat servis untuk buat skin test tau. Tapi tak semua cawangan Aeon Wellness ada. So you have to check back Aeon Wellness yang mana ada buat servis untuk skin test. I did mine dekat Mid Valley. That was before the pandemic. So I did mine dekat Mid Valley. And there's one dekat Quill City Mall, tak silap I. So you go and check Aeon Wellness mana yang boleh buat skin test. From there you can check whether your skin is dry, dehydrated, oily, all those lah. Dia akan bagi satu macam style receipt tau, dia orang bagi all the details of your skin. So the cheapest is to go to Aeon Wellness lah. Kalau tak, kalau you nak get a professional advice, terus go to doctors.
Okay, so next I have a question. Are oily skins healthy or not?
It depends on, number one, your age. Okay, how oily is oily. Sebab I can't say that dia macam terus tak sihat, sebab kita kena tengok umur berapa, and then is it you memang naturally have oily skin, or is it because of you jenis yang, I don't know, sports person that somehow creates that you have that oily skin. Generally, adakah oily skin tu healthy or not? It can be healthy. Tapi kalau terlalu berminyak tu, masalah lah juga.
Selalunya umur berapa jerawat dah start berhenti keluar or jarang keluar?
Bila hormon you dah stabil. So, like I said, that's when it stops lah. If it's like, if it's not hormonal acne, if it's just because of your skin condition, then once you get it treated lah. Sebab kalau jerawat ni, it comes and goes. I know it's a huge problem for youngsters. I mean, like, I was in that phase where rasa macam nak cakap-cakap je muka banyak sangat jerawat kan. But it comes and goes. I was in a phase where I don't have pimples at all, and then I have pimple, and right now I tak ada pimple, lepas tu ada balik. So it's mainly hormonal lah, and you kena banyak-banyak bersabar melalui fasa tu. I was in that phase, and I know how irritating it can be. I was up to a point where I don't want to see people because of my breakout. But I think most importantly, you need to know what kind of acne that you have. Is it hormonal or is it topical? Benda yang berkaitan dengan kulit, and then from there baru boleh find a way to treat it.
Okay, next I have a question. If the people with sensitive skin, like they apply and normalize using organic or natural products in their daily life, can their skin get better?
I do believe so. Boleh. But at the end of the day, it's always about consistency. People with sensitive skin, some have it for a very long time, sampai lama sangat, macam-macam produk dah tukar, but tak pernah tak berhasil pun. But I do believe that it can, because you just need to find what is it, puncanya apa, because this is something that God has promised to us, kan? Everything mesti ada cara nak. Setiap penyakit tu mesti ada ubatnya. So this is something that God has promised us, and I do believe that when you understand what is the problem, what is the cause, then slowly you can find the way to treat it. Macam orang yang kulit sensitif ni, secara generalnya macam saya katakan tadi, like I told you before, try to avoid product that is very abrasive to your skin. That's why you have doctors, and also keep on recommending product that does not contain SLS that can be very harsh to your skin. So one box tu you dah tick dah. Oh, okay, I have sensitive skin. I have to avoid the product that contains SLS yang boleh give irritation to my skin. Next, you need to understand more. You need to know your skin lagi dalam dan dalam until you find that natural alternative that suits your skin. So yes, I do believe that by consistently using naturally resourced ataupun natural ingredients can improve someone's skin condition.
Okay. I will take this question as the last question because kita dah lebih masa. So, this is the last question, okay everyone? Last question. Kalau orang yang kulit berminyak macam mana? Boleh ke guna produk yang minyak, yang produk dia minyak bukan gel?
This is very interesting. That is a lie. Okay, boleh. That's the thing. Ramai orang sebenarnya yang kulit berminyak, diorang takut nak pakai produk yang oil based. Sebab diorang macam nanti lagi berminyak. No, it is not. It will not macam enhance berminyaknya kulit you. The right oil for your skin will have the ability to actually control your oil production on your skin. Okay, one of the reason kenapa kulit ni berminyak adalah permukaan kulit you tu terlalu kering sampai tahap oil production dekat dalam kulit you ni dipaksa untuk kerja keras. Dia macam, kering ni, okay, I kena buat lagi minyak. Because the surface of it, dia sebenarnya the oil production gland dekat kulit ni, dia dapat signal yang kulit tu tak cukup minyak. Sebab tu dia buat excess minyak. So on the topical side lah, dia buat excess minyak. So what you can do is you moisturize your face even with oil. Macam sekarang ni the trend of using face oil kan. Tapi ramai yang kulit berminyak takut nak guna face oil. Sebenarnya kegunaan face oil on your skin, on oily skin bagus. But you need to know what kind of oil yang you untuk guna lah. Okay, not just some random face oil you boleh try, especially when you have oily skin. You need to know the kind of oil yang boleh guna for oily skin. So there are apa ni, oils yang boleh for oily skin. There are oils yang oily skin tolonglah jangan pakai. Okay, it will make it worse lah. So yeah, boleh. Those with oily skin, you can use oil-based product like face oil ataupun cleansing oil, which is sebenarnya sangat bagus untuk kulit muka. Cuma you kena tahu minyak apa yang boleh, minyak apa yang tak boleh.
Okay, this is the last, really the last question, okay?
No, you have second session nanti, janganlah juga, kan?
There will be like 2 more sessions with the same chemist. So, okay, this is the last question. Boleh ke kalau kita guna pembasuh muka produk lain tapi untuk gel produk lain? Produk dia lain-lain tapi kita gabungkan.
Boleh. There's no tebu ataupun pantang larang untuk you campur-campurkan produk. Boleh, tak ada masalah. I do understand, okay. From business side, you know, the brand would say use the entire set daripada diorang, which valid lah juga because it is formulated by the same the same company. So diorang memang dah formulatekan produk tu beranak. So you have this cleanser yang anak dia mesti ni to complement the formula from the cleanser. So you have to bunuh the moisturizer sebab maybe dekat cleanser tu diorang dah tarik something. So diorang masukkan dekat moisturizer tu. So moisturizer tu tak cukup. Diorang tarik something daripada moisturizer, diorang masukkan kat produk dekat anak yang lain pula. So that's how they always play like that lah. Okay, to get people to buy the entire set. That's business side. Tapi generally you boleh je campur, tak ada masalah. You nak pakai produk A untuk pencuci muka, lepas tu produk B sebagai moisturizer boleh, tak ada masalah. It's just the business side they wouldn't allow it. they will recommend for you to use the same brand for the entire set. Tapi boleh je.
I can still see some question. Okay, ada lagi 2 question. Can Mistress Alia like answer it with a very simple and you know, can answer the question? Okay. First, adakah kebanyakan produk ini halal dan lulus KKM?
Produk apa? Okay, sudah jawab dah. Produk apa?
Okay, second one. Can I ask very last question? Is it illegal to trying hard to remove birthmark from your face?
Illegal? I don't think it's illegal. I mean, like, nobody will come and sue you for removing your birthmark. It's not illegal. You boleh buat lah. Whether you want to or not, it's entirely up to you. But if it's illegal, it's fine. It's not illegal.
Okay, so end of Q&A session. Okay, thank you, Mistress Ayab Ulkani. That was very informative and fun presentation. So before we end our webinar, please check your chat box and click the link to fill in the forms. So let's wait like 2 minutes for that. Yeah.
Oh, I have something to share. Can I share?
Yeah. You guys can hear her while fill in the form. Yeah.
Okay, so a little bit. Wait. Okay, so this is the brand that I started last year. It's called Asal. So please follow us on Instagram, Facebook. It's d.asal.co. This is like my playground. This is where I formulated products under Asal. So we have interesting products. We have stick soap. We have pixie dust. So if you guys want to know what it is, you can head over to our Instagram account because I want to share with you guys a special discount code for this special only for those who are attending this webinar. Okay. Okay, so jangan share dengan orang lain pula. So for those who are attending our webinar, we're giving 50% discount on all of our items in under ASAL with the code organic L, that is number 1, referring to first session, FE, organic life. Okay, so yeah, head over to our Instagram account and you can use this code for your purchase.
Thank you. All right. Thank you again, everyone, for attending today's webinar session. We really encourage you to stay updated on our social media at Organic Life. There will be like 2 more sessions with the same chemist, Mrs. Alia Vulkani, and there will be a different topic for that. I will also be doing a tutorial, like one of the example to create or produce an organic product. So stay tuned for the next one. And if you haven't filled in the attendance link in the chat box, I will put it on my Instagram bio at Organic Life. You can open the link. You can head on to our Instagram. You can click in the link at the bio. So sorry for the lebih 28 minutes. But
yeah, I talk too much. I hope everybody gets something out of it. I'm memang panjang pula.
Thank you so much, everyone. So I guess we will end our webinar session. Assalamualaikum and have a nice day. Bye. You can leave.
Thank you everyone.
I apologize.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Good job, Aisha.
Thank you.
Good job. It's a good topic and sharing with others regarding this makeup. It's a really good information, so everybody should pick up it. Thank you, Aisha, for the sharing.
Thank you. You guys can. Aida boleh unpin me. Can you unpin me?
Assalamualaikum, Zulaika.
Waalaikumsalam, Cikgu.
Tanya, very good effort for this. You're going to be the Queen's Guide kan. So good sharing for this topic. Menarik. So for next time, maybe you can promo early supaya semua boleh masuk. So at least PPT Pada Puteri Tunas can join too. So based on topic, so menarik, ramai orang yang join. You buat banyak promo, so ramai can join juga lah. Terutama SK Setiawangsa, right? Kita kira adik-beradik itu sekolah SK Setiawangsa, orang menengah kebangsa Setiawangsa, right? Okay, so well done and saya tunggu for the next session nanti. InsyaAllah.
Thank you, Cikgu.
Good job, Aisha and the team. Semua ada kan? Team Aisha. Okay, good. Good job, everyone.
Okay, good job, Aisha.
Thank you, Pak Muntia. Thank you, Datin. Aida, boleh takut end this webinar you host kan? Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Dah tangkap gambar dah semua, Aisha?
Dah screenshot and print screen.
Screenshot semua ya. Kehadiran?
Ya, dah.
Maksudnya diorang kena isi borang dalam link kan? Okay, alright.